What's up guys, welcome back to another video, and with the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer that's finally out, and there are some details or new details that I did not uncover or go over in the last trailer breakdown. At least it's so someone like people point out these things in the trailer the last couple days as they watched a couple times. But these are also some details that I did not point out in the last trailer breakdown. So in this video, this will be a totally new trailer breakdown, point out all the details that I did not go over in the last trailer breakdown. If you want to check that out, I'll link it up in the YouTube card and in the description below. But this will be a whole new trailer breakdown, go over the details that and things that I did not go over, and hopefully this connects to the future of the multiverse and for Spider-Man as well. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first detail that we have to go over is with the trailer opening with Peter and MJ on a rooftop, and behind them is graffiti saying a Ditko. There's actually a reference to a Steve Ditko, who's actually a comic book writer and the co-creator with Stan Lee that wrote the comic book for Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. Then next, as we can see, as MJ is reading the newspaper, we can see that it says Spider Minions, which has Peter, Ned, and MJ on it. From what we can tell, that this movie definitely picks up after the events of Spider-Man Far From Home, in which Peter's life is ruined and probably his friends' their lives they're ruined too. It's because their best friend is Spider-Man. And now that everyone knows that, Peter Parker is Spider-Man. And on the other side of the newspaper, it says "Pray for New York," which means that they have a wanted fugitive who is Spider-Man that killed Mysterio. So now they're saying "Pray for New York." And then next we see is Peter Parker at the police station, and as we can see that he is handcuffed to a desk and wearing pajamas. And now with this scene in the trailer, this could already being for what he's taken into police station after the police have broke into his home, because as we can see in the trailer, him and May are at home in their apartment, and the police probably broke in and took them into the police station and handcuffed him to a desk and wearing pajamas. And then we can see that he has the same exact shirt that I wore from the opening scene in Spider-Man Homecoming. Now the next detail I want to point out is with the detective's arm showing Peter the files angrily, aggressively. And now with this detective's arm, this will probably be Matt Murdock's arm, because some people point out that this is not Matt Murdock, it's a random detective, but I'm pretty sure it's Matt Murdock, because from the Daredevil series he's always had the same arm with hair on it. And plus, there were the rumors of Charlie Cox, who was playing Matt Murdock, is going to be in Spider-Man No Way Home as Peter's lawyer. But we'll have to wait and see on that. Even though it's not fully confirmed, even though he's rumored to be in this movie, and we saw him in the teaser trailer. But we'll have to see if he's in the next trailer or in the movie. Then next we see as Peter, Ned, and MJ are walking to school or court, we can see that there's a news report, and people are protesting that Peter Parker is Spider-Man and that he is a murderer for killing Mysterio. And then we can see a news report, and then we see that there's a news reporter, and that is, I'm pretty sure, Betty Brant from Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home, who clearly is returning in Spider-Man No Way Home, and now she's going from being a reporter at school, and now to being a real news reporter for a TV station, as she was a Ned's girlfriend in last movie's Spider-Man Far From Home. Also, as we can see, in the same time, when Doctor Strange is talking to Peter Parker about doing a spell to erase everyone's minds to make sure they forget that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, Wong comes in and tells him to not cast a spell, but then Doctor Strange says no, but he's gonna do it anyways. And now what's weird about this is that Doctor Strange takes things at the same time very seriously when he's using a mystical magic of the mystic arts. And now with this, some say that he's kind of or Doctor Strange is an evil Doctor Strange, maybe a variant, because with the spell, it's gonna break all reality with that spell. And now what it's it could be a variant with Doctor Strange, because as we all know from back in the Loki series, we've seen all the variants of Loki. So this could be an evil Doctor Strange, or maybe even a variant of Doctor Strange. And now another detail I want to point out is why is Doctor Strange just still has the eye of Agamotto, even though we last saw it in Avengers Infinity War when he gave the Time Stone to Thanos, and now that the eye of Agamotto and the Time Stone no longer exists in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So why does Doctor Strange still have the Eye of Agamotto and has at the time some back? Or like maybe those things like are playing a mysterious role in Spider-Man No Way Home, and that's why the Doctor Strange still has the Eye of Agamotto, and the time stone. Well, we'll have to wait and see on that. In the next scene, we see Peter Parker in the black and gold suit that we saw from the toy promotion, and we can see that he is in the Feast Center, and now with the Feast, it's like a homeless shelter where in the Spider-Man video game, where Peter Parker like goes in there for like community service hours for community service to help the homeless, and then like we can see like he makes friends with Miles Morales, which in this movie Spider-Man No Way Home could be a set up for Miles Morales in the future, but we'll have to wait and see on that. And now with these, this is also coming from one of the 7 photos that we got, like from the 7 photos from Spider-Man No Way Home. Even at the beginning of the year, they show the Feast truck where Miles Morales and May of a volunteer. And then when they are performing the spell, Peter messes it up, and then the whole spell goes wrong, breaking open the multiverse and breaking reality. And then we can see as like later in the trailer, as the Doctor Strange is turning Peter from his Spider-Man suit into his actual form, we can see that there's like a fox on his hand. And now in the last trailer breakdown I did, we don't know what this is, but like this fox on his hand could be a mystical artifact from the Sanctum, because like I think like this is like from the toy leaks from when Doctor Strange was in normal civilian clothes with a shovel. This could be from when they dig up the mystical artifact, or this could be from the Sanctum. And now at the end of the trailer, as we witness the original Spider-Man villains, or actually the Sinister Six, are returning and forming right in front of our own eyes, you can see that at the end there is Alfred Molina's Doc Ock saying the iconic line, "Hello, Peter," to Tom Holland's Peter Parker. And now what's interesting about this is that like there's like a theory going around that everyone's saying is that like he's not actually talking to Tom Holland's Peter Parker. He's actually like talking to Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker, because in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy, Alfred Molina was the villain in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man movies, and with this like trailer, as seen the edited to make it look like Tobey Andrew or not in the trailer, Marvel has been known to misdirect things in the actual trailers, but they don't reveal until the final product of the actual movie when it comes out. This could be the scene where, but don't get me wrong, but this could be the scene where Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man and Tom Holland Spider-Man are all teaming up together and assembling to defeat the Sinister Six, and this will be the coolest thing that we'll ever see on screen for the very first time. All 3 Spider-Man teaming up together to defeat the Sinister Six. And with the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer, this is gonna be like one big heck of a movie, bringing all the original Spider-Man villains back and confirming the Spider-Verse in this trailer, which they actually revealed like in this trailer, where they bring all of the villains back, including Alfred Molina's Doc Ock, right before they die in each of their universes. So this trailer, I bet in the next trailer we'll definitely get a more glimpse of the villains, and probably one of the Spider-Man to fight the Sinister Six with Peter Parker. So yeah, that is gonna be it for this new trailer breakdown of all the details I found in this trailer. So that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Are you excited for Spider-Man No Way Home? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe and tell that notification bell for future videos. And you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter for live updates. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.